It was cold last night, but I don't think it froze. There wasn't any frost this morning, but by golly, that JB weld, if it freezes before it sets, I think it screws it up. I don't think it did. Anyway, I thought that first thing this afternoon, maybe we could set some wiring on fire, because that's always very exciting, right? Here we are to test some lights. I've already tested most of them, because I forgot to hit record the first time. And I spliced a bad ground in there. Somebody's already been into that. As you can see, it's got some funny business going on, but there was a bad ground there that was making this one act up. I wish I could have gotten that one on film. You see, these dual filament bulbs, they share a common ground between the two of them. So if the ground is unhooked and you apply power to one of the filaments on that bulb, when they're in parallel like this, like they are in these brake lights, it'll actually ground through the other bulb, and one of them will light up really weakly and the other one will be like normal brightness, right? And if you try to power up both of the filaments at the same time, it'll go out, because there's no like voltage differential across it. So yeah, if you see that happening, that's a pretty good indicator that you've got a bad ground, I suspect. So let's try the marker lights here. I've got this battery grounded to the frame. Originally I was trying to use this door latch, and it's actually not grounded, so that made a big bunch of pain in the butt. Anyway, let's see if we can melt some wires. Doesn't look like it's gonna melt. Alright, so there's the marker light. We should have the marker light on the other side too. Yes, very dim. It's very bright out here. Now this one here should be the brake light. Hopefully it won't catch on fire either. Yeah, big bright brake light there. Big bright brake light. This one here, that's another marker light wire. That'll be the 5 red marker lights across the top. Let's try it. Alright, yeah, that's working. There's 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. There's a bulb out in that one. And those 2 are working. Okay. What else we got here? This is going to be the turn signal, I think. Didn't we already try that one? I don't know. No, that was the brake light. That's right. Try the turn signal. Yes, the turn signal is working. Okay. Of course, there's no flasher relay hooked up. This will be the backup lamps. Okay. That'll be this white one. Yeah, that one's working. That one's working. This over here, this mess, the yellow one, is going to be the other turn signal. Okay, that one works. And this should be the backup beeper, yes. And I'm going to rig this up on a switch so I can turn it off. But I'm going to keep it anyway. Like if I'm in a Walmart parking lot or something, it would make me feel bad if I ran over a little old lady. So use that beepers just in case. Oh, yeah, that still works. Okay, so that's all of the lights over here that I can't get to once that cabinet's back in. All that's left before putting this thing back, I think, is to insulate these places. See, there were some ducts and stuff up there. I've rearranged some of the existing foam, but I've got some foam board to cut and put in the rest of those holes, and I need to glue up some of this other stuff that I had to peel back a little to get to stuff. trashy. Trashy. Oh, that glue comes out really fast. I think whatever glue was on here to begin with broke down in the heat, because a lot of this stuff I didn't tear down, it was already falling off. You know what I mean? Some shoved in one of those vents. See, there's metal over here. Those others will stay up in there by themselves. But these that I had to cut to get everything shoved up under there won't. I guarantee it. Ran out of glue before I could get to this part. I barely got that one glued on, but it'll be fine. It may be good that I ran out of glue anyway, because I had forgotten to fill my gaps. But, you know, this may not amount to a pinch of shit anyway. I'm sure that that foam board is much better insulation than this stuff anyway, and like, there are these aluminum uprates that can't be insulated at all, so I mean they're going to be very good conductors of heat. Yeah, if you put your hand against this, you can feel the heat of the sun on it. So this is just like having 2-inch cracks every 16 inches or whatever this is anyway, so who cares if there's a gap here and there? It's not gonna matter. Alright, next day. It's not as good as what I had, but I've got some more adhesive. Let us continue gluing. Not much of a lip down here, but we'll try. That does fire up the old carpal tunnel, doesn't it? My God, maybe I should have bought 3 tubes. I thought 2 would be more than enough for this. Shit. All will get done. I figured I'd have a tube left over, though, that I could use some other time. No such luck, eh? This caulk gun is a piece of junk. Let's start at this end, since there isn't as much to glue into here, and go this way. Used self-tapping screws, always a good idea. Well, that crack fell right on some glue down there. That's fortuitous. I dubbed the good enough for who it's for. Oh, this will be fine. I hope it's not a mistake to put this on the sides like this. I mean, of course, it had it all over the ceiling, but not on the sides. I don't know what that means, but more insulation has to be better, right? It may just reflect the hotness back onto me in the summertime. I don't know. Oh, shit. I forgot about those two little places on the ceiling. Oh. I can duct tape them up there. It'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. It's got tape on it. It's got some screws in it. I mean, if it does come down, what's it gonna matter? The insulation underneath of it's glued up in there, so it'll be fine. Well, gentlemen, I guess the only option left is to send it. And hope it goes back. It's gonna be really hard to line all of these holes back up that this thing was bolted down through. The top I can probably get with a punch, but that bottom, that's really going to be something. Probably be easiest to do the top first, and then it'll kind of at least somewhat position the bottom, right? I think so. I don't know. Let's see what we can knock down. Hit our heads. Cuss. Oh, that's sharp. Alright, we're gonna have to arrange those wires before we do much else. Oh, yeah. Want to get her done. Set up shots. Alright, now we're gonna fall. This is the part we want to get on camera. The giant collapse of all the things. I should be able to leave this alone and just scoot the thing back on there with this sitting here. We think. Oh, Lordy. The other shoe will drop soon, I promise. Because we have to get this foot out now. And that requires some leaning of the cabinetry, which makes me nervous as hell. Yes, nothing could possibly go wrong with this operation now. We're on the home stretch after all. And we ought to be able to scoot the rest of that thing in there and take that other foot off. The foot is back against the kick board. I don't want to pry against that kick panel or I'll fuck it up. There we go. Now she's coming. Now we're cooking with kerosene. If it doesn't fall forward on me. Stay Stay up there, you son of a bitch. Oh, my fingies. Oh. Oh, you filthy such and such. Oh, the end is in sight. All right. I've got 4 of the 10 screws in the bottom. All the screws in the top. I couldn't see what I was doing with the camera on my head, so I didn't record any of this. Sorry. But whatever. There's nothing to it. It just goes back together the same way it came apart. I figured the bottom was going to be the biggest pain in the butt, but it actually wasn't. Getting that bracket back in was the biggest pain in the butt. Everything else went back together just perfect. Easy. But there was some cussing involved with that one. Now, one thing that I did do wrong was I pushed this thing back too far when I put it in here, and this piece of flashing down here was behind this kick panel, and that was after I already put everything in the top, but I managed to get some pry bars under there and get it back where it was supposed to be without having to disassemble everything again. I thought that was going to be a giant fuck up there for a second, but it wasn't terrible, and I only bent things just a tiny bit there on the end, but there's another piece of flashing that goes over that anyway, so it'll be fine. The next order of business, let's see, I've got a rubber mat. I don't like carpet in vehicles because it gets nasty and it's impossible to keep clean when you're anywhere near mud. I've got a rubber floor mat. I'm just going to put it over top of the carpet. And, it's like the whole floor, not just mats, you know what I'm saying? And then I also have some mats, too. But I need to put that in there before I put everything back in the cab. And, of course, we need to finish that electrical wiring and stuff. But in the short term, we've got to get this thing moved before the cattle are turned out on this side of the road, because I don't want them, rubbing and shitting all over the thing. So the short-term goal now that this is back in here good enough, I'm going to have somebody hold the nuts on these others. They go up inside of the outside toolboxes, so I can't reach around. I'm going to have to get my buddy to help me put those on, but I've got 4 of the bottom ones in. That's good enough to run the thing. It'll stay in place. It's solider than shit. So the short-term plan here is to get the thing started and move it up on top of the mountain, and then finish working on it up there. I think it'll be fine. It'll start. What could possibly go wrong? Everything's taped up. All the hot wires. Nothing could possibly ever go wrong. It'll be fine. Alright, the batteries are hooked back up. It has oil in it. That's always good. Needs an oil change bad, but I'll leave that up in case something catches on fire. I need a seat. Perfect. That would probably even pass technical for a 6-second quarter mile. Oh man, that is actually fairly comfortable. Let's put this down here. We're not going to need it, obviously. Obviously, everything will be fine. Oh, look, there's another one over there. Good. We can empty both of them into it and still not get it to it. All right. Place your bets, gentlemen. Don't smell any burning. It's 4 o'clock. My buddy's party doesn't start until 6. I think I've got time. Let's take this thing up to the mountain and bring the e-bike back down. If nothing falls over back there, yeah, I better rearrange some stuff. I forgot to, but I was gonna disconnect the AC compressor just in case it kicked on because some of this newer stuff, I mean, I'm calling 2000 newer here, but you know what I'm saying. It kicks the air conditioner on even when other stuff is running to keep it lubricated so it doesn't seize up over the winter or something. I think that's why they do it. But I don't think it'll do that unless I turn on something up here. I think it'll be fine. I forgot to do it anyway, so I guess if it's going to blow the tape off of the ends of those lines back there at that box heater AC unit that I took out, it'll just have to do it. The AC lines didn't have any refrigerant in them anyway. There was like zero pressure in there when I took it apart, so I think it'll be fine. The only worry is, you know, if it kicks on and runs dry, that refrigerant also lubricates the air conditioning compressor, so that'd probably be pretty hard on it, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. Well, gentlemen, nothing's caught on fire yet, I don't think. I don't smell anything unusual. I mean, it still smells like an old diesel, but, you know, I think we're good. Now that this thing is out of the way of the cattle, I think that the next order of business is going to be doing some work up here on the mountain so that I can kind of live up here a little bit more permanently. So there may be a short break on ambulance stuff here, but I'll get back into it just as soon as I have a dry place to sleep set up here, and then we'll turn this into a dry place to sleep. Hell yeah. Alright, cool. See you later.